Seigneur, rien n'est pas impossible. And we're getting back to our second session. And it is a pleasure to present you tonight our Brother Kelly Joseph. We may stand up, Brother Kelly. Didley François. Cassandra d'accueil. And Marie-Range Ferdinand. Thank you. You may be seated. And starting from Brother Kelly. And Brother Kelly, the mic is for you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I will discuss the physical causes and effects of drugs. There are many causes and effects of smoking. Some people do it to be cool, like Khadija said, amongst their peers, like getting peer pressure. Some do it because their family do it, so over time they catch the habit of doing it. And others do it because they're depressed or stressed out, so they want to leave reality per se. The effects of smoking are countless. It leads to numerous diseases such as lung cancer, stroke, asthma, heart disease, and cigarette smoking is the leading cause of death in the U.S. Around 480,000 people die every year of smoking. So you could think of every 5 people in the U.S., around 1 person died because of smoking. There are also psychological effects of smoking, such as anxiety. It can make you even more depressed. It make you go crazy, like you start seeing stuff. Also, there's a chemical in a cigarette which is called nicotine, which affects the brain, which make you crave more and more cigarette, which is called addiction. This is where addiction comes into play. People drug deal. You see people. All they do is spend all the money they spend is cigarettes. You get my dollar, they spend that's all they come in their pocket is to buy cigarettes, weed, and other drugs. Also, smoking not only harm the user but also harm the people around them, which is called secondhand smoking. So this person could never smoke in a day-to-day life, but they could still get affected because she is around the smoker. According to what I found, every year about 54,000 people die just because of secondhand smoking. Also mothers who are pregnant who smoke, they increase the risk of their child to have birth defect. They can even die within the womb or when they're born. Now imagine this: your child is growing up undeveloped, have a disease just because a mother earlier before smoked, and now the smoke is causing the child a harder life. Also, smoking has ruined ended lives. It sent people to prison, like drug dealing. And sometimes not even drug dealing. Sometimes, like my mom said, that it'll be sometimes you could be in a car with somebody, an illegal drug you don't know nothing about, and then the police come and stop you. Both you and the person are going to jail. Also, in the Bible it says our body is the glory of God, so we should keep it clean. So instead of smoking, we should put our trust in God. We should put our trust in God and seek Him, because He could bring us out of any temptation. That's it.
All right. Now we're gonna receive our brother Didley François.
Hello. My topic is about homosexuality. So homosexuality is the sexual attraction to people of one sex, which basically means the attraction of the same gender. In the beginning, God created men and women for this reason. A man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and the two will become one flesh. In the Bible it says, those who do such thing will not enter the kingdom of heaven. which goes along with the sin and greed, which is in Corinthians 6, verse 9 through 10. So you shall not lie with the male as one lies with the female. It is an abomination. In Leviticus 18, verse 22. This means if you are a man who sleeps with another man, or a woman that sleeps with a woman, will cause disgust or hatred in God's kingdom. God's way of doing sexual things will always be between a married couple, which is a man and a wife, and doing it another way is a corruption of God's way. But Christians are directed to respect everyone, so you can't. Christians are directed to respect everyone, which is in 1 Peter 2, verse 17. And the only hope for the homosexual and all people who break God's laws is to realize God is holy, and He will rightfully judge all who have sinned against Him. Thank you.
Right. The time now comes for Sister Cassandra. Let's put our hands together.
My topic is why must the walk with Christ be difficult in school? So in Exodus chapter 23, verse 2, you must not follow the crowd in doing wrong. Everyone wants to be a part of something in school. Unfortunately, we lose ourselves because we want to please other people. So that means like we try to be just like them, which leads us to doing things out of our comfort zone, like smoking, skipping class, coming to school, coming home late. And as a Christian, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be like your own self and not follow other people.
Oh, yes.
Since you was a little kid, your parents always told you to choose your friends wisely. But as you get older and once you hit high school, you meet like other people. And like you meet all types of people. Like you could meet a girl and you think she's a girl, but she's not a girl. She's a boy.
Mm-hmm.
But then you shouldn't judge because you have no place to judge because you're not God. And we shouldn't try to fit in with the worldly crowd because like what they're doing is not what we want to achieve in life. And Christians, we should like be an example for them and like tell them about God, read them Bible verses, and like invite them to church sometimes. Even though they try to reject you, you should always try. And we should always follow the path and pray to God for wisdom to handle any situation. And that's it. Thank you.
All right. We're going to receive our last presenter, Sister Marie Ange.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you guys for being here today with the youth. My topic for this concept is how difficult to flee youthful lust. We can say a lust is the love of a sensual pleasure and the inclination to satisfy or to be a serf of the ambition divine. So, divine is the glory, is for a moment, of the love of sexual play. Sure, it's also for a moment. Is the lust really satisfied? No, because sooner or later you will regret it. I would like you to take a look at 1 John 2 verse 16. It says, for everything in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life comes not from the Father, but from the world. The world and its desire pass away. But whoever does the will of God lives forever. I would like to read verse 18 also. Those children, this is the last hour, and as you have heard that the Antichrist is coming, even now, many Antichrists have come. This is how we know it is the last hour. So, my point of faith, so the loss is not from us. Don't forget that we are being human. So some parent doesn't understand that we have feeling. The same way you have feeling, we also have it. Even you don't want to talk about sexual with your children, you don't want it someone else will do it for you. It's true. At school they learn it. So when you talk to your friend, they explain it to you. So if you don't know who you are, you will get confused about yourself. So, and another point I have to talk about is when the parents don't want you to make friends. So, are you a friend of your child? That's my question for you. So sometimes we feel alone. We need help. We need to talk to someone. Like you're not gonna feel better for all the time, but you're gonna be like you're gonna wap soulagé. Quand même wap soulagé, même si que yo dit la prière, c'est pas yo dit Bible, la parole de Dieu dit la prière c'est plus gros âme qui gagne, mais les que on fin prier, on besoin un monde pour parler, pas seulement dit ti moun nan hôpital il fait amis, mais est-ce que vous même ou mettez pour parler avec ti moun nan ou gade ça de bagay ou pas vle connaître ti moun qui a 5 ans, 4 ans, comme souffle. Ou quoi ou observer et yo connaît plus façon demander yo pour expliquer. So, m'passe nous faire pile mistake sur les petits moun do this do that. Là on fait ça c'est insulter ou insulter ti moun nan. Ou insulter yo. So là on dit ça you just do it but yo pas pas gagner yo nan yo même comme si pour gagner comme yo guide ou te ba yo. Là on provide ti moun nan it's better. So li pas comprendre and parents haïtiens yo encore yon bagay yo remet trick ti moun yo. Oh tell me something. L'offense dit yo c'est laisse on pas connaître. Yo parler insulter yo pas get angry parce que yo monte high blood pressure. So ou pas dire c'est ti moun qui responsable. Non, ou gen pour faire travail par que pour expliquer ti moun qui ça qui what's going on. Yo no street là yo connaît ça qui passe dans gay yo connaît ça qui passe dans sexe là tout. Ou pas yo connaît. So moi content parce que nous là après-midi on espérer que nous comprendre. So pas essayer faire ti moun pas cacher ti moun. Li connaît plus façon parce que moi li en plus évolué que mon pauvre. Même si on fait expérience lui même tout li pas li faire tout. So essayer comprendre ti moun yo pas torturer ti moun yo, essayer expliquer ça gain pas cacher du tout. Yo connaît et yo besoin et du tout faut que aider ti moun nan. Là sorti là non wa ban bino kala wa ti oh don't do this don't do that. Li prale de yo non ou bien OK bon moi apologize. So ou pas so ka contrôler ti moun nan ou pas capable provide li. Par respect si li ale nan batou nan ou pas là. Là nan l'école nan ou pas là. Si là non côté loin ou pas là. So qui soit caché ti moun. Oh, yon pas caché. Li déjà connaît déjà. Li c'est lui même pour qui connaît tête li avec ça ou provide li pral analyse li pour dire OK qui way pour faire. So moi content parce que nous t'es là avec nous après-midi. Merci en pile.
Yes, go ahead, Sister Bianca.
I was simply gonna add. I was simply gonna say, like, some women, some children were raised to seek like the dating. Like, I can't say I relate to that because I like my men, with their belts on. But it's based off the exposure. Like, as to what our sister and brothers were saying up here, the exposures are evident and it's clear. And what she said, what you try to hide may not be exactly what may be present. However, there are many things that our kids today, including myself and fellow adults here, we face on a daily basis. It's just sometimes the lack of conversation that needs to be had. So we're thankful for this workshop, but we ask that all of the parents here and those who are here to encourage us to start asking our kids these questions, so then and build that relationship. So then that if there is any questions or any thoughts that are happening in your own mind, before making the assumption to get mad, just ask your kids.
Thank you.
Ok, bon, moi t'es là, moi vraiment entendu tout jeunesse là qui t'a parlé. Côté vraiment focus en parents yo blâme parents yo plus en pile. Et moi j'étais croire que gen pile parents dans nous même là qui fait job là tout. Côté nous communiquer avec Simon yo. Mais dans l'âge nous y a tout faut nous prendre conscience tout nous-mêmes. Est-ce que parfois nous avons fait auto-critique for yourself to see? Est-ce que nous mettons les parents dans une position nous fait que le content? Par exemple, nous avons un cas là, parents c'est lui-même qui devient le travail. Parents finissent trop fatigués. Ils viennent la tête en bas. Ou saute l'école, nous dans cas là, rien nous pas fait. Ça déjà, étant que parents, l'on finit ou fatigué, et puis c'est chaque jour à répéter même bagarre là. Ça va, on excuse nos côté pour pas avoir communication avec Timon là. Mais nous vivons dans l'âge en tout, côté nous-mêmes vraiment, côté nous car vraiment, est-ce que c'est faute parents tout le temps? Est-ce que nous-mêmes qui ça nous fait, nous-mêmes de côté par nous? Nous regardons comme si dans l'école là tout, les gradios finis, nous parler avec nous. Yo chita yo parler avec nous. C'est pas un rien à faire. Nous-mêmes qui pas travail, nous-mêmes c'est l'école là seulement yo veut nous aller. Comme ça puis même dans grade là nous pas de problème. Mais nous vivons dans l'âge pour nous prendre conscience, est-ce que c'est parents seulement qui gagnent tort et puis qui ça nous fait nous-mêmes tout pour nous embrasser parents tout pour nous aider parents dans ce sens ça. Moi j'étais quoi, c'est un problème il est vrai côté il y a des gens qui ne parlent pas avec nous, mais nous sommes prêts à pile parents qui font les tout, mais nous-mêmes, il faut nous avoir conscience tout. Ok, c'est ça.
Yes, it's a fun. C'est peut-être ça moi t'ai dit. Can you be your child's friend? So, si vous avez petit tout, nous pas dit que ça a bon passé ça non, mais quand même la meilleure. Oui, soyez des petits monde comme souvenir qui fait moi prendre point parce que là petit monde lui pas bon. Si on dit oh baby come to me. Tell me something about your life. Tell me what happened to your life. So when he or she tell you, so you're gonna say, oh, this is good. You're gonna be angry at her. Believe me, you're not gonna know nothing.
I didn't touch that point. I was just talking about the other stuff. I didn't get to that point. Okay. All right.
To fully answer your question, you
Yeah,
mentioned stuff about chores and the house being upside down, and you said it's not always the parents' fault, it could be a child's fault. I could agree with that to a certain extent. And the situation is always a right and a wrong. There's many situations you guys are right because you guys are the ones with the wisdom and the experience. But I don't agree with the whole cleaning part. You said some may not be working, you're working, the house is upside down, why didn't they do that? I feel as though if you properly train them since they were younger,
Chris.
does that not make sense? Huh? Does that not make sense? You can't just expect someone to read what's on top of your mind.
I think in other words what he's trying to say. I think in other words what he's trying to say is that when it comes, there's a level of accountability both parent and child needs to have. There's a level of accountability both parent and child needs to have. I don't know exactly what he was trying to say, but let me. But enlighten that, like how you treat certain, how you raise your child is depends on how you raise your child is what you will basically get at the end. So what he was trying, I guess what he was trying to say was, if your child was raised spoiled, then you're gonna get a spoiled brat when you get older. However, if your child has been instilled with like cleaning the house and stuff like that, then that's that. But to say that it's always the parent, and there's no child accountability. Well, I'm sorry to say, but in the Haitian church, we get backlash a lot. I'm not saying that that's excusable, but you hear more prayer about the youth, but something that our brother said earlier today was, we ourselves don't pinpoint and identify the positive things our kids do. We automatically look at the negative because we assume that the positive is not supposed to be acknowledged. It's supposed to be done. So like, for example, let's go into Nakagata, right? You know, Pastor, you asked for a little bit of Creole, I gave it to you. There you have it. Let's go into Nakagata, right? And où est Izina nettoyer, cabane faite. Okay, Messi. No, thank you. No, you don't. But the thing is, it's not to say that we do it because we want a thank you, but like even when we do things how you want it, it's not good enough. And when we do things how you want it, it's not good enough. Or if we say certain things that you want, is again, or what if we in our lives have dreams, aspirations that we want to aspire and you don't approve of, again, we're not good enough. So the conversation is not always the parent. There's an internal battle that the kids are facing that the conversation needs to be had. In short.
Qui est notre demoiselle là? Ça m'a rien.
Le tapé fait exposer là, il parle de torture. Et c'est un point qui tire l'attention en pile. Il faut que ça tire l'attention parce que on connaît avec qui parle, qui m'a dit, donc là, c'est haïtien. Le ce a parlé de torture. Il y a un qui a même pas torture, et c'est pas non, c'est pas un ballon. C'est même pas de torture, ça fait la parler. Il y a une torture qui plus dure toujours que l'heure où quand il moun nan bal, l'autre traumatisé ti moun nan. Traumatisation, ça veut dire, nous avons expliqué de plusieurs façons. Ou met ti moun nan sous tension, ou pas la liberté, c'est un plus gros problème. Et il y a un point que il est mentionné encore, parents nous supposés amis, petits nous. Imaginez, et dites les gains 14 ans, c'est première année à school. Je connais qui va fonctionner dans l'autre environnement. Je ne vais pas expecter que ça fonctionner dans le school. C'est comme ça que je souhaite pour la fonctionner dans high school. Job en tant que parent, c'est mettre juste à faire qu'on est ça sexy. Parce qu'il va joindre l'autre ami qui va parler de ça. Si nous n'avons pas de courage, nous-mêmes en tant que parents, nous n'avons pas de courage pour nous parler avec petit. Que c'est filles, que c'est garçons, ça contribue dans l'échec de Madame France, nous sommes où qu'on y a. Vous parlez encore, mon frère avocat, frère Chris. C'est exactement, je ne sais pas si bien saisir, conciliant, mais le conciliant correct. Non, toujours, nous pas qu'à espérer gens parents nous lever non pour c'est comme ça petit monde en 2017 ça c'est pour ça pour lui. C'est sûr si lorsque travail tout fatigué ou pas même qu'à camper sous fou pour faire manger ou expect c'est petit monde qu'on y a qui va green caillou qui va faire une série de travail pour qui fait que content je dis ça au mystère mais cependant si préalablement depuis un petit monde petit ou des training sans que le parent sans qu'on pas même rendre compte lorsque on va faire tout travail fait on prend un exemple plus clair deux petits messieurs ça depuis le petit monde le m'a suyer caille m'a plein make sure toujours un petit secret dans main ça me fait que chaque samedi depuis m'entrer premier bagage me fait passer tout côté me fait comme ça et puis me monter dans la chambre depuis me dit ah pas de clean qui fait jodi alors m'pas même demander non but oh game yo dans game yo courir après training on parle qui besoin de moun nous aider ça va exister encore non mais sur ça c'est training team nous depuis dans mais je me dis jamais vinn dans monde là pour ces continuer à me demander au job ça et pas parce que you know notre culture quand il y a dans collège après que nous-mêmes ça c'est nous-mêmes qui font ça mais l'autre parent l'autre nation yo pas comme ça yo dit avec culture ça il y a besoin l'autre amis et il a fonctionné amis yo pas dire que parents va faire travail yo pas fonctionner selon nous-mêmes parce que yo non on ka dit millions de cultures yo censé troubler on ba liberté pour nous pas perdre
That's not really said what I was getting ready to say. What I was getting ready to say was the Bible says train up a child and the way that they should go is when they get older they shall not depart. So what I basically heard was we do it and the parents don't appreciate it or they don't say thank you. I think the whole thing is about balance. I think it's about balance. I think it's about remembering that they are your children, but they're also a person. They're your children, but they're also a person. And I think sometimes for us young people, we look for that. We look for, okay, I cleaned up the whole house, or whatever the case may be. And sometimes the parents may feel like, well, you my child, you're supposed to do that anyway. Or you live here too, you're supposed to do that anyway. Or you're not working, you're supposed to do that anyway. So that's sometimes how they feel, when the reality of it is we are your children, but we're a person too. And everybody loves compliments. There's nobody in here that can say that I don't like to be complimented on something. So to that point, I think it's about balance. I think it's about knowing knowing how to talk to your children, even though they're your children, but you still know how to talk to them. And when it comes to just parenting, period, Pastor made a good point. A lot of things we're not going to appreciate until we're in those situations. I'm not going to appreciate knowing how to cook until I'm forced to know how to cook. I'm not going to appreciate knowing the value of a clean house until I'm forced to clean a house. It's like a lot of situations, we're not going to appreciate them until we're actually in that situation. And Pastor made a good point when you do have children, because I have nieces and nephews and stuff like that. And if any of us can think, only of the young people can really think about it, you probably talk to your nieces and your nephews or your little brothers just how your parents talk to you. And you don't really think about it, but it just happens like that because you know that that's the way to go.
Yep.
So you talk to your little brothers like, well, clean up this room, or go in there and lay down, or whatever case may be. And when you think about it, your parents say the same things to you.
Yep.
So it's what is the positive as a child. So this is why the Word of God talks about training up a child in the way that they should go, because all of the principles that you guys have learned as we've learned as young people, we operate off of those, whether we know it or not. A lot of what we do is what we were taught by our parents. That's what we do because that's what we were taught. Some places we don't go because our parents told us not to go there. It's some things we don't do because our parents told us not to do them. And then, like I said, when it comes to young people, and to the parents, don't ever feel like you're doing a bad job parenting if your child makes the wrong decision. That does not mean you're a bad parent. All of us are going to have to go through our own journey to get our own experiences to get into a closer walk with God. There's some parents that I know that there's a rumor in the church realm that says pastors' kids are the worst. If you're the pastor's kid or a preacher's kid, or your mother's a pastor, or your father's a pastor or a preacher, then you're the worst. That's the rumor that goes on in the church realm. And I know some parents will probably feel upset or mad because I taught my child the right way and they went another way. But the reality of it is, all of us are going to have to go our own way to get what we need to get from God. Where everybody in here can say that they didn't listen to everything that their parents said. You went and you did some stuff that your parents told you not to do, but if it came out and it was wrong, you knew not to do it again. If it was the right thing to do, then you continued that way. But I don't care how many times you tell a baby, don't touch the stove is hot. Don't touch the stove is hot. Don't touch the stove is hot. The baby's still gonna want to touch the stove.
Until they get burned.
In her life. Until they know for themselves, okay, the stove is hot. So even with us being young people, the parents, you guys can say to us 1,000 times, listen, go to church. It's right for you to go to church. It's right for you to have a relationship with God. It's right for you to know God. Until we go through our own stuff, we don't want to do that. We think like, well, I don't feel like going to church. I'm only going to church because my mother said I got to go to church. But trust me, it's some stuff that God will allow to happen in your life to make you run to the church. And you be there before your parents be there. Like, listen, I got to get something going on. And a lot of the young people, what happens is when they get to college, life really smacks them full circle. And you realize, like, listen, I gotta get my life together because life is real now. I have to really do some stuff. I have to be in a place where I'm being an adult. So to the parents, like I said, don't ever think that your parenting skills are bad because your children don't do what you said to do, because they have to have their own experiences for different situations. And to the kids, and to the young people, not kids, to the young people, learn to appreciate your parents. Learn to really appreciate them. And the Holy Spirit will teach you what to do. The Holy Spirit will teach you what to do. Something in the Holy Spirit will tell you, I don't have a job. My parents are both out working. The house is dirty. Let me clean the house because I'm not doing nothing. The Holy Spirit will let you, because the Holy Spirit is the leader and the guider. So if I'm sitting in the house all day and something in my head don't say clean up the house, something should go off in your head like, oh my God, my mother's at work or my father's at work and this whole house is a mess. Now I know if I don't clean it, they're gonna have to come home off of work and clean up the house too. Something in your spirit should be like, well, let me clean up the house because I want to help my parents out. Something in your spirit should say, let me help my mother, let me help my father. This is the least especially if I'm not working, or even if I am working. A lot of us are not paying. A lot of us are not paying the same thing we would have to pay if we was living on our own. Some of us have rent that we do pay, that our parents have made us pay, but it's definitely not the same thing if you were just living by yourself. So some of us ain't paying a light bill, ain't paying a water bill, ain't paying the rent. So we can do something as young people to help out the person, the person that's taking care of the household. So I do think it's definitely about those that have the Spirit of God. The Spirit of God will lead you, even in the simplest of stuff. Something in the Spirit of God should tell you, listen, clean up the house because I want to help my mother. Clean up the house because I want to help my father. As simple as that. So that was the balance. I hope I did good. defending for both parties. I hope I did.
All right.
C'est problème ça avec Timon moi on connaît nous sommes single mother nous avons trois Timon que nous devons comme mais Suzanne avec Sony papa était mon qui était petit également était toujours comme si côté me était en Will Street so c'est ton oui tout le monde qui connaît dans connaît on toujours tout attention avec Timon même dans fenêtre pas regarder nous était réellement Dieu et son bagage tout mal tout maman qui est petite pas essayer faire dans comme parce que quand il y a ça il nous reproche moi étant un moment qui devait si mon me sans papa si ça me fait collège il fait 2 ans master ça me fait 4 ans collège mais Christ dans deuxième année collège on Dieu béni moi avec lui mais on sait le quoi je fais mais dit maman vous faites tout bagaille moi d'ailleurs quand il y a là si ma vie c'est grâce bon Dieu fait ma fille avec pile et m'ba bon job qu'on y a. Je spend l'argent, je travaille parce que je connais toujours dit, je venu demain vite, nous allons demain vite. Je ne vais pas serrer la jambe et puis je quitter pour prendre en colère. Ni pas de travail. Suzanne, avec Soli, je travaille depuis 16, 18. Dans 18 ans, après, j'ai commencé le collège, je suis avec le taille, je spend l'argent dans petit et puis avec famille. Nous réellement, je spend plus fort l'argent dans famille. So, avec ça, si nous toujours pour jamais bagaille, on va sortir. L'église, mariage. L'église, mariage. Quand il y a l'enfant là, si ça n'a dit ça, il dit moi, mais on est tout ça fait pour nous. Étant en 5 mois de télé, nous pourquoi vraiment tout ça nous avons besoin de non. Mais on va chanter des amis nous et pour pas jamais nous liberté pour nous alpier ce côté sous celle où tu connais mariage l'église. Mariage l'église petitement. C'est chercher nous chercher manger pour nous des cas. Gon vie meilleure. Jamais pour nous pas comme ça et pas aimer pour nous passer misère même gens que moi même moi était balé ça fait me faire mais ça pour nous même pas mais non moi aimer non ou même gens pour être dans tête et moi pas toute maman c'est vrai mais des mamans qui doit pi ba petite yo passer en l'autre maman dit maman nous fait parler ça là on va venir d'abord c'est la conversation nous il dit maman ou pas 10 ans non ça gagne n'importe monde qui dit mon bagage sortant di am vinn dans kay là m'bal ko ou bien me dit mettez la chita mes bagages encore yo pas vle me faire et me fait ça 100% même si me connais sorti al ka n'importe 10 ans yo là depuis le 10e beaucoup mon téléphone m'a appelé ni maman mon petit monde là ni papa ni petit monde là tout le temps pas dormir vrai pas dormir ouais pas dormir ouais les vinn même prise quand il y a sorti ça tout moi assise avec lui on se parler. On comprend ça, vous voulez dire. Même Dieu, il faut être en position pour eux, parce que nous pas de papa. C'est moi que maman, nous, c'est moi que papa. Égal, nous pas aimer pour bagage mal arrivé, nous. Si c'est volonté pour Dieu pour bagage arrivé, nous, ok, mais c'est pas moi qui l'avais, nous, dans la rue. Mais Christ 19 ans, il faut qu'on travaille. C'est pour me faire ce Christ à travail. Ouais, me dit Christ, sauf que depuis 3 ans, docteur Théoïe a cancer dans le sang. Je ne vais jamais mener un docteur. Je me dis, mon Dieu, il faut que volonté le fait. Je ne vais jamais comme ça, le ça pas de guerre. Ouais, je viens mener Christ à le docteur parce que à l'école, je vais demander au papier vaccin. Je vais dans le graphine là, le docteur a dit,
ou même celle parler, personne pas qu'à opposer au bon papa. Moi, fils et Jésus, moi, connais au papa abandonné. Oh, l'Éternel, moi, compter sur
so thankful that you guys came out here to support us. Especially my family, I told them not to come, and I'm glad that they did come. So I thank you guys for all coming out. Before we close out, we're just gonna ask Sister Marsha to pray so we can just
Before we have the prayer, I would ask all the kids to come in the front for us to pray for the kids, because as we know, they are done shit, and there's a lot of things that are going on out there, and without prayer, we won't be able to get through